Hey, Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel where it's all Juve all the time and it's your one-stop shop for everything Juve. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. It is match day, all right? We've got Villarreal versus Juventus today in the Champions League, and we've got a ton of mixed emotions from Juventini out there, and rightfully so, but we're going to tackle it today and give our thoughts going into this one and some possibilities of what could happen. We've got a lot going on in the live already. Going to be a
Lighten
tough
it
game
up.
because Villarreal are a tricky team. It is going to be tough, that is for
No, they're
sure.
not.
Bob in
No, they're
here
not.
every time right out of the gate go. We even got the creator of Storm the Barn himself, Peter Balistreri, in here waiting. Easy. Patience.
Well,
We
it
got here.
is it is midnight for the poor guys, so he is
Yeah,
waiting.
that's true. Bobby Davaros. Hi guys. Big game feelings today. Yes, it is big. It is big. We will talk about our expectations. We'll talk about everything going on leading up to this one. But first, we should probably tackle some of the news. And I got Anthony, I got Francisco here. We're gonna tackle some of the news surrounding Juventus over the past few days leading up to this particular match. And we have to kick it off with the strange. Okay, so this jersey, Luca, this is for what I'm expecting today. Okay, so I thought wear a jersey that's going to rival the occasion, which I expect an ugly match. So I chose one of the ugliest kits in the collection. Okay, it's going to be ugly today, everybody. It's going to be ugly.
Your boy
But,
Lou's backing you up, buddy.
but say okay, that's good, Lou. That's good. It actually isn't that bad. But regardless of it being ugly, that doesn't mean I'm calling a certain result. You'll all find out. You'll all find out when we get to the predictions, okay? But we found out about the status of certain players. Obviously, Dybala being one of them is going to be out. We know the others that are going to be out. Pellegrini found himself on the list. Bonucci found himself on the list, not going to start. Bernardeschi is free and clear of injuries, but he's not on the list. What is going on with Bernardeschi? Like, there has to be something Juve's not letting on to. And are they not letting on to it because of the contract thing? Like, what's going on there? What do you guys think? Like, it's very strange to have a player that has no injury, but he's not on the list now. Like, what's going on there?
Frank?
I think he still has something. I doubt that, especially with Allegri and the situation that we have now with no Dybala, in which Bernard could be a replacement because he has played that role, playing in the middle behind the strikers. He has done a good this season, but he has something. There's no way he doesn't have. He's not still hurt. That and with Juventus playing the Champions League, if he was 100%, he was playing. I doubt that he's completely healthy.
Could be about a billion different things. He could be having marital problems. Could be the contract. Could be COVID. Could be, COVID. Maybe they're not releasing that. He has some issues with, did he have COVID? He might have. Could be, underlying conditions with that. Could be
I
a million.
don't understand why you wouldn't release that, though.
I don't.
Like, that's the
They
part I
do.
can't understand.
They do
is,
funny things over there. You're trying to figure out a society that doesn't have a 24-hour drugstore in it. So they make decisions over there that we just don't know why they make these decisions. So it could be a million different things.
To me,
it is weird. It is very strange though.
To me, they're hiding something, and he's hurt more significantly than they're leading on because they want to shop him.
Do you think it's a Ramsey situation?
I don't think Berna's actually healthy because I truly believe Max would play him if he could.
That's true.
I think Max would utilize him for sure. And I think it has to be said that some of that versatility has been lost since Berna was out. Like, we went on good run with Berna, and when he came back, things kind of looked okay. And without him, oddly enough, there's this odd placement on the team positionally, and it's a little bit strange. I feel 150% confident if he was fit and could play, Max would use him. Don't you think so?
Yeah, it's
Frankie. What do you think? Don't you think he'd play him if he could?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because he's a natural substitution for Dybala. Not saying he's the same caliber of player, but we have seen when Dybala is not playing, he plays a role similar, maybe with not with that freedom, but he does play with that style of being a number 10, playing behind the strikers, which is normal. But that's why I would say he's the guy that will replace Dybala in a game like this, in which you're gonna need all the help you can get, because
Yeah.
Villarreal is a tricky team. I I just can't see that Berna being healthy, he doesn't play, especially with Allegri. He's been good
Yeah.
under Allegri.
So here's two possibilities. You've got Bobby Davaros that comes in here saying it could be a non-footballing illness. Hope not, but could be. You have Hanin that's also saying probably Berna asking the club not to mention his injury because he is talking with other clubs. These are
No.
two possible things. Now, the other thing I want to say is that, Bernardeschi had battled something heart-related. From when he was 16 or 17 years old or something. There is the possibility that something could have happened there, and I know that nobody wants to have this discussion, and we definitely aren't, but a lot of like cardiac issues and heart things coming out from footballers and whatnot, and everybody has their theory on what's going on, but he's actually had a history of that or whatnot, so it could be something like that they're just not disclosing. So it's very, very strange one way or another, though. Hopefully he gets back in there, because I honestly truly do believe the way he was playing this year, we could use him. We definitely could use him. So we'll see what happens there on that front, but the Bernardeschi situation is very, very bizarre. Then let's get to some other numbers. A graphic that was put out. And I put a tweet out saying that while in fact, sure, it is true, it paints a picture that's not necessarily fair, in my personal opinion. And that's the Paulo Dybala statistics here. So this is the graphic that was put out. And you see second leg, played 54 minutes, Monaco. This is Champions League since 2016-17. Missed the first leg against Tottenham. Missed the second leg against Real Madrid. Second leg against Atletico, played 23 minutes. First leg, 15 minutes. Second leg, 45 against Ajax. Olympic Lyon, second leg, played 23 minutes. And then missed both legs of Porto. The tweet I did from our main on all Juve cast was simply that the Monaco one you can't really count. I mean, he was taken out, whatnot, and it was 54 minutes playing, so it is what it is. Tottenham,
That's over half. Just
Tottenham, he saved
math.
us. He literally saw us through against Tottenham.
Beautiful goal.
Real Madrid, second leg, yeah, he got 2 yellows. Now, people wanted to argue that on the main when I put, well, he was suspended because of the cards. Well, those were stupid cards to take. Well, so was Pavel Nedved's that got him out of the final in 2003. But these things happen. It's a game. Like, players make mistakes in the heat of the moment. So, yeah, it is what it is. And then Porto missed both legs. He was benched on one of them. So take that one out with the coach if you want him in there for that. So
that was he was partying during COVID protocols, right?
So it is what it is, right? This paints an uglier picture. However, having said that, he needs to be in our lineup in all the best matches. But I couldn't help but point out those things with those numbers. What were your guys' initial reactions upon seeing this and whatnot? Let's start with Anth.
Well, you hit the nail right on the head. I didn't have all that information handy. You did the great job going through all the research. Yeah, like what are we talking about here? You can, in math is a funny thing, and so are statistics. Like, I think, Al, you put out a comment the other day that you shouldn't believe 80% of statistics, which is true 90% of the time. You can look at numbers both ways, and I think this is a good way. Later on, it's going to dovetail into the numbers of how Villarreal is actually playing and why I think they actually stink. So, but you can look at numbers either way. You pointed out here with these games, he's, I think you're right. He has to play in the big games, but some of these excuses are valid for missing some of these games.
Yeah. Frankie, what do you think?
I feel uncomfortable discussing this topic because I know that some of the circumstances were not that good. Yes, but at the end of the day, availability is very important. Is
Mhm.
very important, and you just discuss some scenarios in which it was his fault that he wasn't playing. You don't put yourself in a position in which you can affect your performance on the pitch, and he did that in some occasions, and this is why the team is having all that trouble trying to renew, and they're not sure about the renewal, or maybe they are not offering the quantity of money that Dybala wants because they are not sure, because Dybala has shown, maybe sometimes because of injury, which is nobody wants to get injured, but sometimes because of yellow cards and sometimes because of disciplinary actions which happen. He was partying on COVID protocol. It did happen. He has
Hell of a
shown
party.
hell of a party,
Hell
but
of a party, man. It was a good party.
he has shown that sometimes he can let some things outside the pitch affect his availability inside the pitch. And you can say that, oh, it's taking it out of context, but you should never put yourself in a position that could affect your performances on the pitch. That's what I take out of this graph, is that why put yourself in that position other than the injuries are another thing, but there are situations in which Dybala should have played and he didn't play because of his own fault. That's what I take out of this.
I have a
Hmm.
theory. I have a theory. I want to see what you think about this theory. Dybala will be MVP next season after he signs his contract. For me, and the reason why I say that is because when a player signs the contract, that weight, all that noise is gone, and
Agree.
I think we're gonna see a rejuvenated Dybala next season. What do you think? First of all, I think it's getting signed.
Well, we've seen in all sports high
Mhm.
profile signings. Obviously, they can go either way, and you never really know. And that's why, like, you have to just you have to take all this into consideration when you even offer him up and whatnot. I have never doubted Paulo Dybala's ability.
Mhm.
Not once have I ever doubted what he can do or what he can bring to a team. And while I gave you all the research, like the history of what happened in a lot of those matches, I still said at the end of the tweet, the bottom line is the big guys have to be in the big matches. So
Mhm.
one way or another, however it has fallen, unfortunately, he hasn't been there in the biggest moments. And this is another thing we talked about. We debunked this whole injury prone status thing and whatnot, because if you look at how many matches and you take a quantitative value of how many games he's played, he's in around the same amount of matches year in, year out, outside of one and two where COVID kind of played a part, and we had the weird
One.
break in the season. I take that season right out of it. But other
Mhm.
than that, he is mid
He's 30.
30s,
He's 30
mid
plus.
30s to high 30s in games every year, and we max out at about 48.
Something like that. Yep.
Somewhere in there each season. So the biggest thing for Paulo is when you look at a graphic like that, it's the biggest moments when he's not there, and that's what shines a brighter light on the fact. And people will twist it and turn it as if it's injury prone. I don't really necessarily think it's injury prone as of late, though. It kind of has become that because they're just these little nagging injuries. Like he plays a game and then he's out for a couple. It's getting frustrating. But up until just recently, it was a weird perception. In my honest opinion, I think both parties are not are leading us on to something that's not actually there.
Mhm.
I think Paulo, I am 100% sure this perception that Sari talked about when he was with the team, that he says like one of these guys' perception outside of Juve is not. I swear to God, he's talking about Paulo Dybala, and I think all this love for the club, all this. I'm not saying it's BS, but I'm saying his actions have not necessarily followed suit to that. And I know it's a bold statement or whatnot, but I don't think his actions line up with that. That's just me. From a club standpoint, they 150% have not matched up to what they've led on to believe that they want to renew this guy, because there's no way on earth it takes 3 years to renew a contract.
Yeah, they're not innocent either.
Exactly. You have two parties that at the end of the day, I truly, I've been saying this for a while now, week by week by week, in in a year where it actually discontinues his contract, where it actually ends, by every week that it goes on, I feel more and more like a break is coming. I can't help but feel that way. What do you guys think?
His agent's supposed to be in next week. I saw next week or the week after. So it's getting done. I don't know what. No, it's still getting done. I have no fear about that.
I have to say, if it gets done, which I believe it would, if it gets done, I can totally back up that statement that he will be MVP next season, taking into consideration that he's gonna get a much better midfield, because Juventus is gonna go try and get better midfielders and probably try to sell Rabiot.
Mm,
I think they're gonna get better midfielders. So Dybala is gonna be in a much better position offensively, I believe, and I truly believe that all that and the continuity of Allegri, which he's gonna be the coach next season, is gonna help him a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's MVP next season. I totally back up. I can totally back that.
Sorry, Frank.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, go back to the tapes of January and February, maybe even a bit December too, January and February of this show. How many times we said, oh, Dybala was man of the match again, and it was pretty clear. Like, when he's on, he's on. He is by far our best player. So I don't know what the hell we're talking about. Like, it has to be re-signed. And when people come, and he's a very polarizing figure. People, the injuries, but you cannot deny that when he's on, he's our best player. So now Vlahovic may make a statement about that in the coming years, but right now, has to be re-signed, has to be done. He's our best player.
There's this strange thing too, where as of late, we tend to attack our best players for whatever reason.
I don't know.
And it blows me away. These guys are far from the issue, far from the problem. But I don't know if it's because of expectations that we must win every match and all this and whatnot. But we even De Ligt has a certain amount of people that are saying he hasn't been worth the money.
No.
And this is a big one too, because it always ties into all this. When you bring up Dybala, all of a sudden it gets into these bigger names, and we should move him to get the money, like De Ligt and whatnot. And here's my thing. I said if De Ligt chose to leave, it would be fine, because Juve could move on, and it always is club against player. But that is completely different than saying he has not been worth the money and that we should look to get rid of him. We should be looking to keep him. But if he goes, it isn't the end of the world. This is the same with Dybala. If he goes, it's not the end of the world. But in my personal opinion, we cannot afford to do so on a free. If we let him walk, that is worst case scenario. Even if you want to sell him, you renew him, because even if you have to move him and take a bit of a hit in buying out some of the salary, you're still better off doing that than letting him go for absolutely nothing. That's my opinion. Do you guys agree with that statement? That if you want to move him, you gotta renew him right now.
Yeah, you can't let him go for free. That's for sure. Now, sorry, Frank, did you want to answer that one? Because I'd like us to tackle this one. I kind of passed by it, I think that's,
Well, let's see, Frankie, do you agree we can't let him walk?
No, we can't let him.
You can't let him walk.
We can't
let him walk.
No. But I believe that is the problem with the Dybala situation, is that we are also transitioning to a new management, you can say. Cherubini now is the man with Arrivabene, and they are trying to make a plan with Allegri in which to limit salary expectations from some players maybe they are seeing Dybala as a player that they are not 100% sure that he's worth all that money. Because you can say whatever you want about the league and about his salary. He's been consistently, other than that,
Consistent.
consistent and our best defender.
Yep.
Other than those 4 months on Juventus in which he had to adapt, he has been our best defender. There's no doubt in my mind. Internationally, you can talk. Yeah, you're gonna talk about Giorgio and you're gonna talk about Bonucci, but consistently, the league has been our man in the back.
It's hard to argue with that.
Dybala, by injury or by other situations, has sometimes hasn't been available, and the league has always been available. That's the difference from the management standpoint. You see the league, a young player that's always available, who plays at that level. Then you say you resign that guy, whatever it costs. When you see Dybala, he's 28 now. He's not old, but he's not very young.
I am.
Yeah. You get a 20. Dybala is 28.
Oh, I remember 28.
Yeah. No. Well, good
Long time
times.
ago.
Yeah. 28. He's injured from the last couple of years, at least last 2 years. He has been injury prone, and you have seen this pattern in which he hasn't played consistently, and he's also asking for a lot of money. Then you can relate to the mindset of the management saying, well, we want you, but we won't renew you at any price. That's not. I do agree with them in that standpoint. We need to understand that also. A new plan.
This comment is very, very interesting about Juve could be using Dybala to make a statement. I mean, we talked about how big of a power move it was when Arriva Bene came out and said players are going to have to choose their, if they got their loyalty to the club or their agents. That was big. That was a big, big statement.
But at the time, we didn't understand what he meant. And then later on, when we sort of found out it was directed at the ball and everything sort of made sense.
We just didn't. It was just a possibility of a couple guys.
Yeah.
But then it cleared up who it was, regardless of who he was aiming at, though. That's a bold statement. That's a power move. When you got the details that he literally said, this is your contract with your agent. This is it without him. That's awesome. Fucking power move, man.
Yeah.
That's a power move. And they just in knowing that alone, they kind of are making a statement. They kind of have made a statement.
Yeah, they have.
So Bobby Dameron there, like, I mean, it's hard to say no, they aren't using him to make a statement. They kind of already have.
Yeah, and when you look at all the smoke out there, you have there was news today. Well, you signed Vlahovic, you signed Zakaria, and now there's smoke about Zaniolo. Something today came out on the wire about Fratesi from Sassuolo and Gravenberch in the summer. There's a lot of smoke. So I think the management's saying, we will haul your ass out of here, and we don't care. Yeah. We're gonna redo this with or without you. So you either sign the contract or move on, because we got business to take care of. So
Peter here is not wrong by saying De Ligt, Case, and Vlahovic are the only untouchables in the squad for me. Who else makes that grade? I consider Locatelli a non-move and somebody you have to add into that spine that you build through. So I would add him. But you don't need to be untouchable for the club to renew this contract. So even if you don't see Paulo Dybala as untouchable, in terms of assets, he is a big, big asset to the team, and you cannot let that walk for nothing unless you have a solid plan to follow up and follow through. And to be honest, if we look at some of the names that are out there, I don't see a guy that playing at that level makes that change drastically. And for me, I say you sign him even if you want to move him. That's just me.
Who are your next two players on that list
for
untouchables? Next two. Who would your next two be?
Locatelli's in there, and honestly, I'd probably have to throw Big Mac in there. I'd like to build with. I'd like to keep him around.
Sorry, I meant five. I meant five. Sorry, six. So you already said Locatelli, right? Who else? So you said McKennie, and who else? Who's that last one?
Man, I don't honestly know if I would go that far on an untouchable, but like honestly, Locatelli and McKennie, I'd keep them. Those two. I don't
Danilo?
think I'd go outside of that. And honestly, even if a certain offer came in for McKennie, I think you gotta hear it out. But I prefer to keep him.
I
So,
100% agree with those two. I think McKennie is in the Juventus fan base. I think McKennie is underrated, man. I think he's going to be a good player. I think he's
yeah.
going to be a very good player.
I'll go Danilo, man.
So I see that coming in here from Animesh. Danilo's untouchable.
Danilo.
I just don't. It's hard at that age to really say the guy's untouchable, right?
Yeah, but what offer? What I say untouchable. Obviously, if an offer of 60 million comes for Danilo, you sell the
Right.
guy. But at that
It
age,
ain't coming. It ain't coming.
exactly.
Yeah.
It ain't coming.
But
an
does
offer-
that truly make him untouchable? Because I guess that's, untouchable means any offer comes in, you're saying
But-
no.
But at this age, he is practically untouchable because you're selling Danilo for 10 million. That's the offer is gonna come. 10 million. You're gonna say Danilo, a player who can play right back, left back, center back, and who has shown leadership, and he has been good for the club for 10 million euros. Nah, and right now, at this stage of his career, and what he's giving Juventus, he's untouchable.
I don't know,
I'm
because
sorry.
you've got a guy that's versatile, that does a lot of things, that contributes in Quadrado. Is he untouchable? No, because of his age. I can't say they're untouchable.
Somebody
No.
will. This one right here. You never
60
know.
mil for McKennie? I don't know. I think it's a stretch there.
Not right now, but you don't know if he keeps playing well, man. Somebody might.
And you know what? There it goes. No one touches Pinsolio. Nobody.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Whatever.
Nobody. Well, the Dybala thing brings up a lot of crazy, but you see in the comments here that even De Ligt, as great as this kid has been no stranger to the heat here. Now, I want to get into something that has been obviously brewing with many Juventini for quite some time. Real quick before we dive into this, and it is Max Allegri. And were we too hard on him on the last podcast?
Yes.
We're going to get into this. Raph was on a tear. I haven't seen Raph like that in a long, long time. He has been suspended, everybody. Okay. He will not be on AJC pods for about the next time he can make it. Okay. But we'll call it a suspension. No, it was good.
He's suspended for this
out,
podcast.
and we've always appreciated that here on the channels, that we don't hold back. We're not homers. We call it how we see it, how it is, and how we feel. Sometimes frustrations come out, and it is what it is, but we're always real. We're always raw and uncut. Now, Max, were we too hard on him? Real quick, everybody, while you're here, take the time to like the video, okay? If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Your one-stop shop for everything Juventus. Frankie, were we too hard on Max?
No. After all the games went past, I think we were soft on him. Because this was a big chance. It was a big opportunity. And I do not compare ourselves with other teams, because I think we are better than other teams. That's my I just said something in I believe in Twitter. I don't like mediocrity. I don't compare Juventus to other teams because not Napoli tied, no, we're good. Atalanta lost, no, we are good. No. We look to ourselves, and we didn't play as we should, and we didn't win. That's a derby, and we took that game for granted, and we didn't perform. And that's the way I look at it. I was more frustrated after I saw Napoli tied yesterday that the day that Juventus tied. Actually, I was more frustrated because I figured the big opportunity we had. Everybody tied. Everybody lost points, and we could have been in a much comfortable position, higher on the table, not thinking anymore about Atalanta, and
This is
maybe competing for the title.
That's a great point, because this is the thing, is that with the games that have passed over the weekend, my frustration grew more and more and more in the missed opportunity that we had, while people felt better and better and better with the results. See, everything's okay. It isn't okay. And I see Alex has put out, yes, we were very reactionary and a lot of silly comparisons were made. I don't feel that way, because we are not asking. This is the thing. I think the people that feel this way might have misinterpreted what everybody was asking for. If you actually look at the comparisons that were made, they're fine. Here's one of the things. We even took comparisons out of the equation.
Mm-hmm. You did?
People think that we are asking for beautiful attacking football. I don't care how Allegri decides to play. What I called for was him by February, right now where we're at, to have this team playing like a team, playing in a manner that makes sense. I'm fine with results. You get results, you lose results. That can go either way. What I will not tolerate or accept is a team, regardless of what you think the talent is, you can still have a group of bad players playing together as a team. That's the bare minimum of any manager. That's all we're asking for. What you saw against Torino, it wasn't even comparisons. Take the comparisons out of it. You had 3 separate entities, a defense unit, a midfield unit, and an attacking unit, and none of them were in sync, and none of the gameplay was harmonized.
Mm-hmm.
That's bare minimum for a coach.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, the defense of the injuries and all this, guess what helps dealing with that? Having a system where you can be next man up because they understand the role and what's going to happen. Our issue, we don't know what that system is or anything. Like, we don't. Even today, we're about to go into the first leg knockout, and because of these injuries, where most of your other teams would say, okay, well, we have this guy to cover this position, this guy to cover this, we don't have that. We don't have it.
It's true.
It's
true.
And Peter, it's the truth. And go ahead.
Can I say something? Okay. All right. Now, Raph is much too young to be that angry. Now, maybe I've calmed down at my age. Al, you're getting up in age. You got to start watching for the outburst. Frankie, you're a little bit younger. Your heart's still strong enough for it.
The guns
Let's just. Okay. Al, you and I have had these conversations. We disagree on this. I agree with what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I agree with your points. We should have a system in place. I get it. Everything you say makes sense. We are unbeaten in 12 games in Serie A. Hang on. Let me finish. Unbeaten in 12. There's 2 results in there. Don't shake your head. There's 2 results in there that you should have a problem with. The tie against Torino, right, this weekend, and the tie against Venezia. Everything else in there, those are, 7 wins, 3 draws.
Here's the problem, though.
We
shouldn't have got the result against Torino. We didn't even deserve a draw. That's the point I'm making at. We didn't even deserve the draw. So this undefeated thing, you have matches in there. But we didn't even deserve those results.
Deserve has nothing to do with anything in life. Deserve is they got the draw. Deserve doesn't mean anything to me. We got the draw. That was the result. Whether we deserve to draw or not doesn't make any sense to me.
But that makes no sense at all, because if we don't deserve, we're going to get what we deserve, which is out of top 4. We don't even deserve to be necessarily in top 4 with this team.
Right now, no.
Again,
we have missed 2 weeks in a row. We have missed opportunities because we should have do the job against Atalanta, which we almost lost.
And that's like taking over something and just never wanting it to grow or progress and saying, this is status quo. We're happy. We're fine. Should we be satisfied with what we're seeing?
No.
Then deserve actually does play a part, because if you think something should just stay status quo and not grow or progress, then obviously if what you're seeing you don't feel is the best, something's got to change.
What Andy's trying to say is he's looking at the results.
How about I say what I'm trying to say?
Come on, go ahead. How
about you let me finish what I'm trying to say?
Go ahead.
Okay, again, do we deserve to be in top 4? No, but we're there. No. We are what we are. We're a top 4 club. We're probably a 4th place club right now. Last September, last November, last October, we were saying we need 2 transfer windows to fix this. And we're crucifying Max after one January transfer window. Now, I agree that things don't look good. I get it. I agree they don't look good. But our team is a fourth place team. That's what we've earned so far. Now let's see what Max does after a summer transfer window. Like what are we doing here? Like I get the frustrations, but
hold on. We are progressing, Al. I'm not even going to tackle this one. Frankie, are we progressing?
No.
Where is the progression? So even Ant, in all his positivity and all this,
I guess
we're not progressing.
My statement's done then, I guess.
Ant, are we progressing?
No. Oh, no. But we are what we are. We're a fourth place team, and Atalanta stinks. And I told you they're a clown show, and their wheels are going to fall off. And I told you that Fiorentina stinks, and they're going to sit in seventh. And I told you that the other three teams ahead of us are better than us. Like what we are, what we are. But people have this expectation of us to be like Scudetto runners today. We're not. We start Rabiot every game.
Again, so the expectation is to play better as a team, as a unit.
I will speak for myself. Last season,
thank you.
When Pirlo was
when
Pirlo was trying to coach a team, I always said the same thing. I don't mind if the players don't execute. What I don't like is a team though not being structured. And that was my critic with Pirlo. I always said, if the player doesn't get the ball on the net, that's not Pirlo's fault. If the players are not aligned correctly and you don't see a structure on the team, that's Pirlo's fault. What I've seen last two games, because this we saw a good Juventus that created chances against Atalanta, but we did saw the second half Juventus that was not structured. And against Torino, we were not structured. Nobody's saying we should sack Max and he's not our coach for next season. But we need to at least none of us. But we need to critique him because at the end of the day, he's getting a much bigger salary. He's getting more opportunities and he's getting the players that he's asking for when we compare him to the other two coaches that went before him. So if you have more chances, more opportunity, more backing of the club, you get more critics. And if you speak with him, he will totally agree. He's going to get critics. Critics are part of football. We were not too hard on Max last game because we didn't perform as we should.
Which is on the players as well.
Which is on the players as well. But at the end of the day, he's the coach. You know how it works.
What's the coach get paid for? Coach gets paid for one thing.
No, he gets paid for
results. He gets paid for results. Unbeaten in 12. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'm with you. And it looks terrible. But a coach gets paid for results.
It has nothing to do with how it looks, though. That's the thing. So we've got a couple things here. We've got a couple things here. It has nothing to do with how it looks. Again, nobody's arguing that. We will gladly take the results. Draws are not results, okay? Like this 1 point against a team when you give up 40% in your final third to Torino in a derby at home. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with a 1-1 and not because we got a goal. What?
Sandro as a center back. Sandro was back there.
Who cares? Even more reason to not play a super physical midfield that if you were going to play that way, play with pressure instead of sitting back with a midfield that has Rabiot and Zakaria on both sides. Makes zero sense. What did we even say in the Matchday Live? Us, the guys that are not getting paid millions. And what did we say? Creativity is going to be sucking ass in this one because of this midfield. The trident's going to be left to dry. What happened? Our trident was left to dry. He's getting paid a lot of money, and he has to stop being protected. If we don't make a top four, that is absolutely laughable for a guy that was brought in for all his experience. That's all I'm saying, is that he's playing with fire. He is playing with fire. That's all.
I agree with that.
Nobody has said he needs to get fired. Not from this panel, not from anybody on our thing. We all say Max needs to continue. Does he deserve criticism? Absolutely. Just like all the players do when they get it deserved, they can come under fire. Max has work to do. And honestly, I just think regardless of who your players are, getting them to play cohesive is bare minimum for a manager. Has he done okay with results? Yes, we're still in a way where we could strike and make even more pressure for those guys up top. But for me, to say that there's that big a gap from the teams ahead of us, I don't think it's that big, to be honest with you. And I think we're capable of far more. I think we're selling ourselves short when guys make statements like that. Frankie, do you think we're selling ourselves short by saying there's this big a gap from those teams ahead of us?
Maybe. Yes.
I think
Yes.
we're selling ourselves a bit short.
We're
Three
trying
players.
to play
We need 3 more
victim.
players.
We're trying to play victim.
2.
Exactly.
And we shouldn't. We shouldn't. We are Juventus. We are who we are, and we shouldn't try to play victim.
Yeah, we're a 4th place team.
We're a fourth place team for now. We
Correct.
should be
For now.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, we have, like I said, 2 weeks in a row in which we had the opportunity to be clearly the 4th place team.
Mhm.
So that's
all
that's
good, though.
something.
But we are.
We're going to see a master class today, and then we're going to drop to Empoli.
Exactly.
In classic fashion. No. I hope not, but the joke is that you could see it happen.
You
now,
called that a couple days ago. It's true.
Let's go. Trivia time. Okay.
Oh.
So these two
now.
teams have met a total of goose egg. Never met before.
Really? Oh, no.
Yeah. Unless it was a friendly or something, but anything official, never.
That doesn't count.
How long has it been since Villarreal has featured in the round of 16 knockouts? How many years?
Not that long.
Yeah, didn't they play?
They play Champions League.
Is that your official answer? Not that long?
Not that long. That's actually
No, long. That's a good answer.
quantify that.
8 years, I'd say.
8 from Frankie.
8.
I'm gonna say 4 years.
No.
I thought they played Man United there a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but it wasn't
Peter's
4
rocking
years.
in here with 7.
Oh, that's Peter. That's cheating. You went
4 years
I'm gonna
from
go 4 years.
YFG. We've got around 15. Yeah,
Jeez.
so,
No, I'll go Eddie.
Anth, are you going to throw out a number?
I said 4 there. You need to calm. You need to go take a
4?
break for a minute. You're too hot.
4?
You're way too hot right
4?
now. Yeah.
Frankie, put the guns down. 8? You said 8 again?
Yeah, 8 years.
Anth thinks I'm fired up. I have no memory, man. Okay, relax. I'm trying to find out again. The answer is 13 years.
Jeez.
13 years since Villarreal has been in the round of 16.
Yeah, it wasn't that close, but it wasn't also as far.
I must have been thinking of Europa League then.
Yeah.
Frankie, that's great. It
Yeah.
makes your answer wrong still.
It's true.
Oh, gosh. Peace out.
Jeez.
How many successive years are Juve in the knockouts?
Man, that's a good one. Okay, so before the show started, I just want to give full disclosure here. Al actually looked Frank and I right in the eye through his camera and said, "Good luck with these questions today."
It's exactly.
This one's actually probably the easiest.
Oh, thank God.
So just made it to the next round. So I would say
9.
Deepak's got 7. Animesh has 8. RB Comp's coming in here with 9.
Oh, I said
gonna
9
say-
before.
I was gonna say 10.
No, I said 9.
Since
go
somebody
9.
said 9, I'm going with Frank. I'm gonna go with 9.
No,
Eight.
I said it before. Come on.
8th
Is it 8?
successive year.
Animation.
In the knockouts.
W.
This is probably the easiest one. Who did Villarreal beat 3-2 to solidify second place of their group this year? Came down to the wire and they won the game 3-2 to make it in.
It was the clown show, wasn't it?
Atalanta?
Yeah, I think they beat the clown show.
Atalanta. That's it. 3-2 win against
Oh,
Atalanta.
we got one.
Of Villarreal's 10 points in the Champions League group stage, how many of them came at home?
Okay, so Frank, here, let me help you out. I know they went 3 wins They went 3 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws. If that doesn't help you. How many came at home? Sorry,
I'll go.
can you ask that again? Sorry.
I'll go
Of
6.
Villarreal's 10 points in the Champions League,
10
how
points.
many of those points came at
6,
home?
6.
I would say
I'll go
9.
I went 6.
I don't think they did well on the road.
No, I don't know.
Frankie, what do you want to throw out there?
I got
6?
6. I went
6,
6.
and Ant's going 9.
Yeah.
We have, let's see, 6 from YFG, 4 from
I said
Ali,
it before. He
2,
wrote it.
5, 4, and another 4. The answer is 4. They had a draw to Atalanta and a win against Young Boys at home.
They were bad.
They were bad at home. This is my question to give you guys a little positivity going into this match today. I want to slide that in there. Out of 10 points, they only had 4 at home, and one's a win to Young Boys. So let's go, Juve. Come on. Pick it up,
Trust
everybody.
Trust me, I got numbers for everybody later on. You don't worry about that.
I'm not so grumpy as you all may seem. Come on, I'm trying to pick you up. Let's go.
Thank God.
This is Villarreal's 3rd time in the Champions League. KOs. What year was their debut?
In the knockout phases, sorry?
Yes.
Oh, come on now.
Man,
Come
they
on
stunk.
now.
They stunk for a long time. What was
They
their debut in the knockout? I don't know, 94?
No.
2001.
You're close.
Oh,
Here we got some 2003s here. 2000. Ali says 2002. Well, it has to be more than 13 years ago. So
yeah. They are actually
I don't even think Al knows the answer. He's looking it up. He's Googling.
he's googling.
Yeah, he asked a question.
Totally.
He's like, "Oh, let
Cheater.
me just
cheating.
2005.
oh, okay.
Oh,
2005. RB comps.
Harvey goes. I think. Come on now. You know.
Well, I'm waiting for you guys to kind of try and sort stuff out yourself. I don't even know if you guys are answering or just muttering half the time. So
we're that's all Frankie and I do. We just mutter.
Yeah.
what was Juve's record in the group stage this year?
Oh, man.
It was the same as last.
We got it was 5 victories and 1 loss.
No, one
Spot
draw.
on.
5
Did we
victories
lose
and
one?
1 loss
Spot
against
on.
Chelsea. We lost against Chelsea, and then we won
right.
all the other games.
Spot on.
Can't
Come
believe
on,
that
now
five
we
wins.
got
The
2.
4-0 loss.
But we stink, by the way.
Our one loss to Chelsea, like Francisco mentioned, the 4-0 loss to Chelsea was the biggest European defeat since when?
A2, easy.
Sorry, I was looking at guessing tax, which is absolutely hilarious. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
The A2, the Barcelona A2.
Listen, man, I'm
The
trying
4-0
to.
loss to Chelsea was the biggest European defeat since when?
When
When? Okay.
you've asked this question before.
No, I don't know.
4-0.
It was actually the same score line.
4-0?
Yeah.
It was in. I'm gonna say
And it was, I'll give you a hint, it was the UEFA Cup.
Oh,
That doesn't count.
jeez.
Nobody sees that.
If you pick out this team and this match, it would be crazy.
I have no idea. Let's see what the panel thinks, because obviously Lucas says we're bamboozled today. These are tough questions, man.
It is
Come
tough.
on, Luca. We got 2.
Guys, it was a 4-0 to Celta Vigo in 99-2000. Okay.
Yeah.
Frankie
that
was
team? Wow, with that
99-2000. What?
Oh God! Somebody's trying. Don't even write this team name in the chat ever again, you people.
Yeah, don't.
Never. Don't. We don't deal well with that game.
Out of their last 10 European away games, how many have Juventus won?
Their last 10 away, so that knockout phases.
Oh my God, that's not a good one.
10. So out of the last 10, I'd go. So we won 3 in the group stage.
We've won of the last 10. We won 2.
Oh no, 2 in the group stage.
2 in the group stage.
3.
We lost in Porto.
Yeah,
We lost in Portugal.
yeah, we lost that one. I'm gonna go 6.
So we
The
have
last
8
10
from YFG. We have 7 from Animesh. Peter's got 3.
I'll go 6.
6. 3.
I'm gonna go 6. I'm gonna go 6 as well. I'm gonna go with Frank.
6. And what do you go with, Francisco?
6.
6.
The answer is 7. Juve have won 7 of their last 10 away European matches. Picking you guys up. Come on. Try to pick you guys up. Let's go. Let's go. In 17 two-legged ties against Spanish sides.
Holy God.
How many have Juventus won out of 17 two-legged knockouts?
Now, does it count if Pogba gets that penalty shot call? Are we saying he gets the penalty shot call and we win that game? No.
We all know that was a PK, but let's go. 17 two-legged ties. Also, that was a final, but two-legged ties against Spanish sides.
Right, sorry.
How many have Juve won?
I'm going to say 12.
I'll go 10.
I'm trying, Ali. Come on.
I'm going to say 12.
12.
10. I'm going
okay,
10.
we have a guess of 9. We have a guess of 13 from Peter. Frank, 10? The answer is 10.
Hey,
Juve has won 10 out of 17 two-legged ties against Spanish sides.
We're good. We actually got 3 answers.
You guys did very well. That was tough. That was a tough one.
In
You
your
guys
face,
did very,
Luca.
very well.
In your face, Luca.
Now, without further ado, considering everything that we know as far as lineups go and the players and what's going on, we have a bit of a projection here with Villarreal, and then we're going to get our thoughts about going into this match. Okay, so one of the projections we have seen, this is obviously very, very early. Max didn't shed a whole lot of light, definitely not in the midfield in his press conference. Okay,
right.
But basically, Szczesny, De Sciglio, Danilo, Delict, Sandro, Quadrado, Locatelli, Arthur, McKennie, Vlahovic, and Morata shaping up like a 4-4-2. Honestly, completely what I expected and anticipated. I anticipated a 4-4-2. I expected a center midfielder to be one of those outsides. You could see it coming a mile away. Bonucci's in the team list, will not be starting apparently, and Pellegrini is in the team list. Again, will not be starting. Sandro, for fuck's sakes. Yes. It is what it is. Now let's get to our thoughts. Let's get to our feelings heading into this first tie of this match. Let's go. And everybody, quick reminder, yes, please like the video while you're here. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. One-stop shop for everything Juve. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can donate through our super chat if you feel inclined to. We appreciate it all. Or if you feel like getting some cool merch at the same time, head over to stripedheartsapparel.com for some awesome fan gear. Okay. Let's start this one off with Anthony, because I know he wants to bring us some numbers on why Villarreal stink.
Now, listen, everyone's pumping up this Villarreal team. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but I'll say Villarreal because I don't really care.
Villarreal.
Oh, don't even. You had to bring the Puerto Rican in, didn't you?
Real.
Okay. So what I said about Juventus earlier is true. We're a fourth place team. We're playing like a fourth place team. Villarreal is sixth place in their league. You are who your standings say you are. So everyone's pumping up this team like, oh, this is a team that's coming on of late. But are they? This year, the teams that they've played 2 teams in the top 4. They played Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid was a 0-0. Atletico was a 2-2 tie, and Atletico had a red card. So, all right. Their first game of the year, they won 5-0, but they played that Levante team, the bottom of the league. That's like Juventus playing Salernitana and kicking the snot out of them 5-0. So, are they really on this scoring streak that we like to say they are? I doubt it. So this year, Juventus has scored 11 goals this calendar year since January, 11 goals for, 6 goals against. In the same amount of games, Villarreal has 16 goals for, 4 against. But they had that 5-0 pumping of that dog shit team at the bottom of their table. So I don't know what these people are calling. Villarreal has been playing mid to low table teams this year. So Have they been playing better? No, they're a 6th place team. I don't know why everyone keeps pumping these guys up. They stink. I'm calling 3-0 today for Juventus. Frankie, what do you think?
Can I speak first?
Yeah, sure.
Let me.
I'm done.
Pronunciate the name again. Villarreal.
All right, don't hurt yourself.
Well, I think on a 2-game elimination, they are a tricky team because they do have a good coach. I hear you. I hear you what you say about their standings. They are not
Thank
playing
you.
good in La Liga
I
this
did some
year.
research.
Finally, they're not. They are not doing good. It's true, but on a 2-leg elimination, they are a tricky team.
Yeah,
Especially
the away
with,
goal rules. That changes everything, doesn't it?
hey,
Yeah.
that does help.
From what we've seen, it does change everything.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I believe we're gonna win, but it's not gonna be an easy game, especially with our situation with injuries and their style of playing and our style of playing, which is gonna mean we're gonna defend for 90 minutes without the ball, but we're gonna win. But we're gonna defend for 90 minutes without the ball. That's gonna happen, guys.
Here's the thing. I appreciate what Anth is doing. I really, really do. But in my heart of hearts, you have polar opposites. You have here's the tough thing. Juventus doesn't know themselves who they are yet. Okay. I think that's a fair assessment to agree on, is that we don't actually know ourselves. We're going to go into this thing and we are going to try and smash and grab a game is what we're going to try and do. And honestly, given where we are at and the fact that we haven't found ourselves, that's our best strategy. Will it work? Who knows? You have on the opposite side a team that knows exactly what they are going to try to do, who they are, and they have some pretty talented pieces. It's going to be interesting. They're at home.
We were 5-1 in the group stage, right?
They're not the strongest at home for some reason. No. So there's some opportunity there. Another good thing. Here's another good thing for Juventus. The game will not be closed off. It will be open. There will be opportunities for us to go out there and smash and grab this game. One of the key guys for us has to be Cuadrado. Cuadrado is going to be a big, big guy for us. If we're going to get anything out of this game, he's going to have to do much better than what he's been giving us as of late. He has to. We are going to be banking on this guy today in this particular match.
Do you know which player? I'm going to surprise you. I think it's going to have at least chances to score. It's Rabiot. Rabiot is going to get some chances on the counterattack. Because
today?
He's going to play.
He had that under 21 guy snap his ankle in half in practice.
No, I heard he was fine.
Yeah, but still.
He said he was fine. If he's fine, you know Max is getting him in the lineup.
He's gonna play.
This is another fair criticism of Max.
Come on. Now.
If I've heard, I don't know how many pundits now and experts say that Rabiot is not of Juve quality, yet he is a lock in our midfield.
The only lock on the midfield is
that is a fair criticism to make of Max in terms of what he's going on. He must be on the same meds that Anth is on to call 3-0 today against Villarreal.
You guys, you said Villarreal stinks at home. I said they're a 6th place team.
I didn't say they stink.
No, you said they stink.
You said they stink at home.
You said they stink.
I said they're not the best at home. I didn't say they stink.
Same thing. So potatoes.
Reach it.
10 for 17 against Spanish teams. 10%. That was your stat, not mine.
Okay. Guys, should we get to the predictions?
Oh, of course.
Is it time? Time we get to our predictions. Let's get the tiebreakers out of the way. Everybody that's joined us live, take a stab at trying to beat the panel. I've got some pretty cool Treze goal and Gigi stickers too. stay tuned, because if you win on the podcast tomorrow, we pick you today and your predictions win, I'll send you some cool stickers from Striped Hearts. So let's go. First up, Luca taking shots. Luca, you got to get your ass in here if you want to take shots. We told you.
Yeah.
We told you. You got to get in
working.
here, buddy. I guess this weekend we'll see Luca. I would, if I had to guess. Now, Bobby wastes no time at throwing the 0-0. Hey, Bobby.
Bobby's in.
Whoa. Hey, whoa. One.
No.
Guys,
Get that message up. Get that.
we got
message.
the tiebreakers here.
Are these
Let's go.
halftime, full-time scores? People just throwing numbers in here.
You guys know the drill. You guys know the drill. So let's let Frankie choose who from the live is going to be taking part in the challenge here.
I'm taking Bobby with me.
So
go, Bobby.
Ad's going to take Bobby Davaros as his challenger. Frankie, who you taking?
I'll take one.
Okay, so
Mariana.
Frankie takes one. Okay, so there are our two representatives, Bobby Davaros and Juan. So focus, guys. Focus.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the live, let's get going. Tiebreaker. First one we're going to do. Want to do offsides?
Yeah.
Sure.
Offsides total for Juventus in this match.
I'll start us off, buddy.
6.
2.
I'll go 6. 2.
Offsides. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I just got to write this down. So, you're saying 2?
Yeah,
Frankie?
I don't expect much
6.
for offsides.
I'll go 6.
6? Oh, you stink. I'm gonna go.
Morata
3.
plays with us. What are you talking about? You know, Morata is
I'm
gonna
gonna go
at least 3.
Okay, so now we gotta wait for Juan and Bobby.
So Bobby and Juan, let's go. How many offsides for you? So Juan's got 2.
Yeah, what's Bobby?
We're waiting for Bobby.
Come on, Bob. You're making me look bad, man.
Bobby.
Hello. 7 offsides. Oof, Yusuf is just saying. Okay.
While he waits for that, Bobby, you might lose your spot. While we wait for that, total attempts and how many on target?
Shots on goal. Okay, Frankie, you start this one off, bud.
I'll go 10 attempts. I'll go 6 on target.
Okay, I'll go. I'm gonna go.
Oh,
11.
dead clash.
Hey, there it is. I'm gonna go 11 and I'm gonna go 11 and 4.
11 and 4.
11 and 4. And that's gonna be 3 goals.
That is actually the exact one I was gonna get. So I'll change it and go to
Juan said 7 attempts and 4 on target.
10 and 3 for me. 10 and 3. And Juan went 7 and 4. Now, what do we got? A possession split.
Yeah, I'm taking Peter with me. Yeah, you want to? Bobby disappeared on me here, man. So
okay, Peter, so what do we need from Peter? We just need. Okay, he's got 14 and 6 for attempts.
I need.
Bobby just came back in.
God damn, Bob. He must be on delay.
Yeah, so Bobby's got what, 3 for offsides. We need his shot count.
Yeah.
Let's go to possession split while Bobby, we're waiting for your total attempts on target. Okay.
I'm gonna try and write Peter's as well. Peter, you're taking my offsides and 14 and 6. There's a lot of writing. Okay, let's go. What's the next one?
Possession split.
60-40.
60-40.
Against Villarreal is gonna have the ball.
60-40. I'll go 59
75 25
59-41. 59-41 for me.
Okay.
Price is Right rules 70-30.
70-30?
70-30 Villarreal.
Oh, I thought somebody said 75-25 Juventus. I'm like, what Juventus are you watching?
70-30 Villarreal.
70-30?
You're killing us all.
Jeez. All right.
Should we play?
Wait for my prediction before you see if I'm killing you.
Are we going to play today, or are they playing along
you
in the
just
stadium?
wait, Frankie. You just wait. Maybe I'll take the gun out today, Frankie.
Don't put on the gun on me. You know how it is. I have 2.
Sorry, Al.
Right.
What did you say for shots on goal?
Who?
You. I don't remember.
I went 9 total and 4 on
9 and
target.
4. I didn't get Bobby's or Juan's on that. I have to go back and check. All right.
Bobby's internet's cutting out. That sucks.
Okay.
sucks.
I got Peter helping me out.
Yes.
One went
Now?
41 possession Juventus, 59 Villarreal.
There you go.
There's way too much action in here.
Okay. Let's go with halftime scores.
1-0 Juve for me.
Halftime
1-0 Villarreal.
2-0 Juve. What's your problem, Al?
What's your problem?
You're wearing
Halftime
yellow
scores.
today.
You're saying 2-0 Juve?
At halftime, yes.
Okay. That's fine.
Love
That's
it.
all I need to know.
You're wearing
That's
yellow
all I
today.
need to know.
You're wearing yellow today. What happening?
Easy.
Juan, need your shots on goal, buddy. Oh, there it is. 7-4. Perfect. All right, halftime scores. I said I'm going 1-0. Bobby
Okay.
and Juan, get your halftime scores. Pete, get yours. Where's Pete? He says 2-0. Pete's going. He's storming the barn as well. I'm gonna go. So my final score is obvious. It's 3-0.
Final score for me, 1-1.
You stink. You're so negative today. Why are you so
Yeah.
negative, Al?
My
Hey,
Is it
God.
the shirt?
Whoa. Wait a second. You and everybody on the live. Apparently, Torino 1-1 was not a negative result. Why am I negative now? Hey, you guys wanted it this way. 1-1.
No, I
You
can
guys-
say it because
you
I
guys
did say
brought
it
it.
was a negative result. You're being negative today. What's happening? You
No,
weren't-
I'm not. I'm being realistic.
No,
1-1 would be a great result for this Juve side in over there. I'm telling
I'm
you.
picking this too. Deuce on the loose, big time today.
Yeah.
Final score for me 2-0. We're saying 2-0.
Saying 2-0. So you're the same as Pete Ballesteri. So Bobby and Juan, get your full-time scores in. Let's see if we can get Bobby and Juan. I'm scrolling as fast as I can.
Animesh.
0-0 when Juan. I think it was halftime. Halftime he went Juan.
Oh,
went,
there you go. 2-0. Okay.
Yeah.
He went
Okay.
0-0. 2-0.
Let's go.
Like it.
Let's
That's
get the goal scores.
That's
I only got one. It's going to be Vlahovic.
Nah, for me, he's not scoring today. For me, it's gonna be Rabiot and Morata.
Your predictions just get wild. Just get more and more wild. He's calling a Rabiot goal like he scores a
Check it
lot.
out. He had a chance last game.
I hope Rabiot scores.
He's gonna score. I just think on a counter, their backline is not that fast, and I think Rabiot is gonna get them on a counter, like the Torino chance he had.
Pete, Bobby, Juan, get your goal scores in. I'm going deuce on the loose with a deuce, and I'm going to take Quadrado as the other goal scorer.
All right.
One went Morata
so-
and Vlahovic.
Okay.
We got to address this now. Oh, I guess we still have to do MVP.
Yeah.
So who do you think's going to be man of the match, Frank?
Morata. I'm going with Morata.
Morata for Frankie. And?
That's a good call. Morata's been playing well. Delict's been playing well. Vlahovic doesn't really scream like man of the match, right? But I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna have a banger today. I'm gonna go with Vlahovic today.
If
I
he
go
scores
with
3, he's gonna be my MVP. That's for
I
sure.
said 2. Sorry, you guys said
For what?
for MVP. I missed that. I was trying.
I haven't even said. I'm saying Delict.
You're going
Morata.
Delict, okay?
Morata myself.
So where is it here? I have to address a comment that was made saying that yesterday I said I wouldn't bet against Juve. I didn't say I wouldn't bet against them. What I said was, you guys got to be very careful.
So sensitive.
What I said was, usually when Juve is counted out completely is when they come up with some of their best matches.
That's true. That's true.
So that's what I said yesterday on our live show with Amit there, which was great stuff. Amit was a great guest. Now, today, it's not that I don't have faith. It's, respect to an opponent that knows themselves. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard for Juve, especially because I totally think we're going to do what we've seen, which is surrender a lot of play. A 1-1 result in this match, go back to Italy and have a healthy squad, and then hopefully get a full capacity crowd by that return leg. That's not bad for Juve. Taking a 1-1, going back home, that's not a bad result by any means. I think we would be downplaying the fact that this game could potentially get really ugly. Like we've got to be serious about that. We've got to be serious about this one. I'm just being realistic. What I expect is,
you mean the score could run away like ugly like that? Like
it could get interesting. It could get interesting based on the opening 15 minutes. The opening 15 minutes of this match will probably tell us a lot. So just be aware at the opening 15, 20 minutes, okay? Now, having said that, I expect the greasiest, ugliest 1-1 draw with a potential, if Juve gets it right, to steal it late in this game. So if I'm hoping they can, but I think Juve will have an opportunity to steal this one late. Whether they do or not, I'll leave it to them to give it to me. But Frankie,
I think they're gonna win. They're gonna win because they're gonna score first, and then we're gonna get them on counterattacks. We're not gonna have the ball, but we're gonna get them on counters. I truly believe that because they want the ball, they want to have the possession of the ball, and Max surrenders the ball. He doesn't care about having the ball. So I think that's why I got Rabiot scoring, because I think we're gonna get them on counterattacks.
We were 5-0-1 in the group stage. Max it may not be pretty, but Max gets it done in Champions League. Now, obviously he hasn't won it, but he's going to get it done today. We forget how Max is in the first rounds of knockouts. I think he's going to be fine. I think it's 3-0. I think we're going to smash and grab. I would agree with that. Is it going to be pretty? Probably not, but I think it's going to be easier than people think it's going to be.
He's got a very, very mixed record of first round knockouts.
I wouldn't, but people are like, "Oh, Villarreal is this team." I think people are overhyping this team for some god awful reason. I have no idea why. I think this was the best draw we could have hoped for, and we got it, and we're going to take full advantage of it.
I mean,
I don't like Portuguese.
We wrote off Ajax, we wrote off Porto, we wrote off all these teams. Yeah, let's write off Villarreal. It's going to be tough, guys. It's going to be tough. I'm telling you. I hope Anthony's prediction comes to fruition. That is my hope. Okay.
So do I.
But will we be brave enough? Because the opportunities will be there. That is my biggest question with this Juventus side. Will they be brave enough to go after and get that type of result? Because the opportunities will be there in this game. There will be those opportunities for Juventus in this game. Vlahovic, first Champions League match.
Big moment for that kid.
First Champions League match. Yep. This will be... How much of an indication do you take out of his first Champions League match towards this kid's mentality, and if he is truly, in fact, built a cut above or whatnot? How much will you kind of weigh on this, and what will you be looking for?
I'd say more of the second match. The first one, a lot of nerves. It's away. I wouldn't read too much into it, but I think this kid has the mentality of a 40-year-old. I think he'll be fine. I think he definitely has a stronger mentality than Morata, and I'm a big Morata guy. Everybody knows that. But I'm hoping for big things for this kid today. I think he's going to shine today for sure.
Yeah, Frankie, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't want to say just by his scoring or not scoring is going to determine, because at the end of the day, it's a tricky game. We won't have the ball, so but I like to see his effort, the way he runs, the way he attacks the defenders, and that duel, because he looked really bad against Bremer last game. I have to say, though, we joke a lot when the leg pockets guys, but Bremer did a number on him last game, and I want to see a reaction from him. I truly want to see a reaction from him. Oh, Pepe
This
came
is what
out.
I'm looking for. I am looking for Vlahovic to be that instigator, the guy that's like taking the bull by the horns, that like wants the action always around him, wants the attention, wants the ball, wants to head after it. Beppe coming in here with the same call as Anthony. Beppe, for the record, that's not a good track record to be on, but we all hope you are right. Today, we are hoping that Anthony hits the nail on the head with the
He
3-0.
knows.
Okay.
Me and Beppe,
So,
the old guys, we know.
guys, as always, been a fantastic live. The live, you guys are great. I know you guys are coming at me today. That's fine. I can
Yeah.
take it. I can take
Cranky
it.
pants.
I can take it. I hope that I can come back tomorrow live on the podcast, and I hope I can eat crow and that I can be praising an Allegri masterclass. Okay, I would love nothing more, because for me, nothing matters more than Juventus and winning and getting those victories. Okay, this is a big, big one today. I hope Juve can pull this out for all of us, and that we'll be back tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, live for the post-match podcast. So, to the football gods, may they be in Anthony's corner today for a
Please.
3-0 Juve victory. Okay,
Please.
please, everybody, final reminder, like the video, subscribe to the channel for you, and enjoy this match today, okay? And we will see you all back tomorrow, and let's go out there and, like Peter Balistreri said, sink this big yellow submarine, okay?
Yeah.
Let's go, Juve. Let's go. Filo alla fila, Forza Juve. Let's talk tomorrow. Go get the job done. Let's go.